They turned to go, but she had an uncomfortable feeling something wasn't quite right. Having spent the last 10 years in an almost exclusively male environment, she prided herself on her ability to be completely unaffected by some of the most physically fit specimens to ever grace the earth. It was second nature to her, which was why she couldn't understand her almost undeniable urge to turn around for one last peek. She scowled and forced herself to stare straight ahead. "So," she asked, "why does someone like Zachary Hunter need our protection?" "Try and sound as though you care, and I might tell you." "Come on, Gary. He's some rich playboy asshole who, as far as I can see, has never done anything worthwhile in his entire life. What's there to care about?" "Have you actually read his file?" She shrugged. "Jess read it to me." "But I'm guessing you weren't paying attention." Gary frowned. "Zach's not actually a playboy. He's a writer. A good one. High-action thrillers. He's made a ton of money from them, invested that, and made a whole lot more. You don't get this sort of lifestyle from just writing." He waved a hand at their surroundings. "He's also a great guy to work for. Ultra laid back." "Doesn't care about anything, you mean?" "Maybe. But then that hasn't really got anything to do with us, has it?" Danny exhaled. "Look, you chose to do this job. I didn't. I'm just waiting for the all clear, and then I'm heading back where I belong." "And if you don't get the all clear?" Danny didn't even want to consider that possibility. Wouldn't consider it. Even so, a shiver of fear ran through her. "I'll get it." "Sure you will. Anyway, back to why we're here. Apparently, the last screenplay Zach produced annoyed a number of people." "Like who?" "The movie linked particular motorcycle gangs with organised crime. Apparently, Zach did a lot of research with one of the New York gangs, and they had no problem with the film. Thought it was a hoot. Unfortunately, a few of their associates lacked a sense of humour, and some of them have decided to make an example of him." "He's received threats?" "Yup." "Are they serious?" "Totally. There's already been one attempt on his life in New York. A letter bomb. These guys aren't playing around. You know Zach and Jake are friends, right? Climbing buddies. They did the Eiger last year." Jake was their mutual boss, and no, she hadn't known he and Zachary Hunter were close. But that explained the physique. The Eigers took strength and stamina. She nodded for Gary to continue. "Well, Zach refused police protection, but Jake persuaded him to hire us while they tracked down whoever it is. He also suggested this place. Zach's got houses in LA and New York as well, but Jake reckoned this would be easier to guard, and even you have to admit that staying here will be no hardship." Looking around, Danny had to agree. Maybe Jake strong-arming her into this job wasn't such a bad thing after all. They'd served in the army together for many years, and Jake knew her better than just about anyone. He seemed to think that Danny needed something to occupy her time. Something to prevent her from wallowing in self-pity was actually the way he had put it. Now she was glad. London had been cold and grey, not conducive to convalescence, especially in contrast to the hot, dry heat of Afghanistan, and she had been listless, unable to feel optimistic about her uncertain future. But with the heat of the Spanish sun warming her, she experienced a first, faint lifting of her spirits. The villa nestled in the hills between the Sierra Nevada mountains and the Mediterranean Sea. The views were spectacular, and the grounds enormous, running rampant with glorious pink and orange bougainvillea and hibiscus that scented the warm air with tropical flowers. Taking a deep breath, she let the atmosphere soothe her. It had been a hard 6 months, and on top of that, she felt drained from the flight and then the long car ride. Her leg ached, and she rubbed at it absently. "Are you okay?" Gary asked. She tried not to be irked by the concern in his voice. "I'm fine." "You don't seem fine. You seem tense." Danny rolled her shoulders, easing the tightness, and forced a smile.